I just spotted some new fungi. Nothing new that I haven't already covered before. Shapes of these ones are just a bit different. They are Auriculaceae or something. That's as much as I can manage. They normally grow on dead logs or dead trees, but these ones are actually on a live specimen by the look of it. Or perhaps not. No, it's a dead one. It's a dead tree. Here's a rather splendid colony of them. That's also on a dead tree. I can just extract myself from here. The flowers of the cabbage tree that I videoed a while back have now produced masses of berries. They're not ripe yet, but the birds, the nectar eating and fruit eating birds, are going to love it. I'm always intrigued by this bright blue-green coloured lichen that seems to grow only on the sides of tree fern trunks. I know that they grow elsewhere as well on other trees, but for some reason they produce a very bright colouring on the tree ferns. Here's some fungi I've never come across before. They are called hard-skinned puffballs, also known as earth balls or earth stars for some reason. So related to the puffball you find in your yard perhaps, and probably full of spores. Here's another of the hard-skinned puffballs. It looks a bit more mushroom shaped to me. And just down the log from the puffballs were these little fellas. They don't have a common name that I can find, and I can't pronounce the scientific name. I do know that they're poisonous, but you'd have to collect a lot of these to make a feed, so yeah, just don't try it. Another one of the hard-skinned puffballs. Looks a little more mushroom shaped. This big beauty is commonly known as a shelf fungus, or I've heard it called ear fungus as well. So only its mother would love it. I think this is a bonnet mushroom, also known as a fairy's helmet. I think this is pretty old, this one. It's kind of fading away. And here we've got quite a big colony of something I can't identify just yet. I'll have a look shortly. Now I can't find a common name for these. But I suspect that they're just younger, fresher versions of the one I identified before. Whatever they are, they're highly poisonous, I can tell you that. So these here are bonnet mushrooms. They're tiny. They kind of look like a miniature Smurf village. I'm off the main track at the moment. I thought I'd make my way through the bush on one side of the main track just to see what's around, and this is where I found all those interesting fungi. So I'm going to have another look around the area. Getting kind of dense over here, so we'll see how far I can get. Just take a look at these weirdos of the woods. Again, there's no common name that I can find. I'll hunt out some common names online later on and attach them to the video. Yeah, these apparently, with a name I can't pronounce at the moment, are quite diverse and might even be commonly called coral fungus. Well, that's what I'll call them anyway. We'll go with that. Look at this lovely fungal banquet table. There's a colony of fungus down the end there I want to have a look at. They look really interesting. If I can get there. A few crusts. Here we go. They look cute. Quite pretty. I'll get an idea on them. Okay, I found them. They are actually brittle stems, which are the same fungi we found clustered on that Nile tree a few videos back. They look really cute. This camera doesn't take a good close-up, unfortunately. I'll get my phone camera out because it's got a macro setting. Look, there's hundreds of them. They're just everywhere. It's rush hour on the Fungus highway. And that's what you call high density housing. It's the hard skin puffball. It's they're growing all over the place on the ground, feeding off the debris, no doubt. There's one. This looks like another of Mike's gnarly Nile trees. This one's in sad shape, got a terrible skin condition. This is probably a bait trap for rats, mice, perhaps, and maybe stoats. Well, after bashing through all that bush, I've come across a possum baiter's track. So I could have saved myself a bit of time. Mind you, I wouldn't see all that fungus if I did. So I'll follow this, see how far it goes. Now this hill here, it runs down to the lake, or at least the swamp in front of the lake. Can't see much from here. Now the lake is looking tantalisingly close here, and it looks as like the water might come up close to the bottom of this hill. So I'm going to see if I can scramble down there and get any closer. If I don't return, it's nice knowing you all. Looks as though someone's been down here before, I think. Okay, I'll let you know. Well, there's the lake. There's the edge of it. Can't really see much through the trees though. I can see a whole lot of grasses and ropewool growing on the margins of the lake in the swampy area. I can't really get any closer, unfortunately. Well, from here anyway. I'll just backtrack a bit. See if there's anywhere with a better view. Okay, it's bush 1, Robert Mill. I'm going to head back to the main track. These are the possum bait stations that the bait guys come and check. They dispose of the carcasses and freshen up the bait. These little markers are handy. Can't get too lost. think that bit of red cloth, that pink cloth means it's the end of this trail, this branch of the trail. So I'm going to have to backtrack and find a different way. Getting a bit hungry now. And my GoPro battery is down to 25%, so I have to conserve that. These are commonly known as tooth crust fungi, marshmallow polypore. I think I've covered these before actually. Where are we? Wrinkle crust, wood rot, greasy bracket, scarlet wax crust, jelly rot fungus, and white rot fungus. Take your pick. By the way, we're back on the track again.